Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope that things in your world are grand. It's snowing in West Virginia right now. Quite a bit, actually. Kind of sucks. And I got some packages. Now, these are not from you. These are from me this time. You know. Because, I'll tell you why in a second. This should be some wax. Ran out of paste wax. Need more paste wax. How do you run out of paste wax? The answer is I have no clue, because it's not something that you typically use lots and lots of. But when you need it, you need it. And I need it for my table saw sled, so we got some paste wax. This one, however, I have admitted defeat. I don't know where my knife is. Oh, it's back here. I admitted defeat finally, and I went here and bought this thing that I'll show you in a second to make up for failure. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of failures. Yep, I'm still working on the lettering. And the reason is I had everything printed. I even started printing letters that I don't intend to use immediately, just to start practicing printing. Plus, I needed some spacers, so I figured I could just use letters as spacers. And I got a bunch of I's and some L's and some A's and some S's and some H's and some and I made all my templates, and I came down here with the big router to attempt to cut it. Actually, I don't know if I showed it to you yet, but I attempted using, the small router. I made a new base for the palm router here, and I thought this was going to work out great. It did not. The little plastic bushing sheared, which causes this thing to run crazy. So I went and reprinted some letters, and I had success with the base plate that I put on the big router. So I came down here to attempt it, and same thing. I destroyed 2 letters before I realized that this had happened, and it's just a matter of, I don't think the plastic is formidable enough. It's not that it's not formidable enough. I could make it work, but I would have to make the diameter of this bushing so large so that it wouldn't flex, and that the layer lines wouldn't split, that I don't think that I could make patterns. I mean, the patterns would be huge just to get a little letter out of it. And so I gave up on making my own base plates, and I ordered, this is a PowerTech 10-pack router bushing set. These bushings are made to fit in a standard router base. This goes in the hole, and then you screw it in. And it's a brass bushing, so this should not flex at all. This should not give. It should ride in my patterns. Very, very true. Now, here's where the problem is. The first problem, this comes with a whole bunch of different bushings, right? Which is cool, because I could effectively use, a whole bunch of different pattern bits. In reality, I only need probably this 3/8 9/32. This is just slightly bigger than a 1/4 inch, which is what, this is a 1/4 inch exactly, and this is probably not safe to use with a 1/4 inch bit. We'll see. I'll play with it, and if I destroy it, I destroy it. The problem with these is, first of all, my router base plate does not fit these, so I'd have to make an insert for this big one, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to make a new base plate for this, which actually, this base plate, nope, the factory base plate doesn't take these either. And I knew that. I knew it when I bought it. These are like standard pattern router sizes, but I mean, I don't need those. I can just 3D print my own. And the other problem is that this bushing is like a 1/4 inch, just a little less than a 1/4 inch. And my templates are like a little more than a little less than an 1/8 of an inch. These are, well, they probably actually are an 1/8 of an inch. I set them up to be 2.5 millimeters. They're probably a little thicker than that. So, what I have to do, I have to decide. Do I print my base plate with a recess where this will sit down in lower to bring this bushing down to the size of the template? Do I reprint all my templates like 3 times as thick, which is going to waste a ton of plastic? Or do I file down this tip? That's the part I have to decide, and I haven't officially decided yet. I think that the least destructive thing that I can do right now, since this base plate is already destroyed, is 3D print another base plate with a recess to lower these down, you know, to see if I can get it to work with these templates. If I can't get it to work with these templates, then I guess I don't have a whole lot of choice. I will either have to make my templates bigger or make this bushing flatter. I don't know yet. I would love to hear what you think. If you have any suggestions, if you have any experience with this sort of thing, that'd be great too. The nice thing about, here's the deal. I've probably wasted way more than $45 of my time trying to do this process. And because I say that because Rockler sells a lettered kit for $45. And I could have just bought it and I could have already made signs. I've covered parts of the reasons why I don't want to use that kit, because it's like the same font that you see on like state park signs and stuff like that, and I want to be able to use my own fonts. The other thing is, if I had been doing this with a Rockler kit and destroyed a Rockler letter, how would I have replaced that? I don't know. I don't know if they sell individual letters, but with this, I can just go print new letters, and it's not that big of a deal. So I've spent way, way, way more of my personal time than I probably should have for a problem that is solvable with just a little bit of money. But I feel really rewarded and fulfilled jumping down this rabbit hole, so I'm going to continue on it until I find a system that works for me. That's what I got. That was today. I hope your day's good. I hope it's not snowing too bad where you are, and I hope you're staying warm. Thank you for being here as always. I will see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from microscopeworld.com. What magnification do you need to see bacteria? At 400 times magnification, you will be able to see bacteria, blood cells, and protozoans swimming around. At 1000 times magnification, you'll be able to see the same items, but you'll be able to see them even closer up. No duh.